Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Metamystic Tarot. My name is Saint I, and I am the Metamystic. So, first of all, we always let the light in on this channel, and I have 3 candles here, one for healing, one for wisdom, and one for clarity. Kind of like the Ace of Swords here. Healing, wisdom, and clarity for the highest good of Virgo today. Now, what we have here is 3 decks. We have 3 tiers that we're going to look into, really. The first tier is this big deck. We're going to get the overall energy of the read, and then we're going to do a past, present, future spread with the medium-sized cards, and then we'll clarify with the small cards. For Virgo. How you doing, Virgo? I always get hyper spiritual readings for you. This one feels good. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Tower. Funny how I said this one feels good. You may be going through a tower moment right now, Virgo, and let's just leave this here because this is going to be our kind of focus today. I shouldn't say kind of. How can you miss it? It's kind of like you can't look away from an accident, right, Virgo? This is our overall. But this tower, yeah. This tower, there are 2 people here, and I learned this little trick of the card from a man named Chris from Minopon Tarot. He's somebody I really, really enjoy listening to. What he taught me is that there are these 2 people here. One is falling out of the tower, but one is willingly jumping out of the tower. It's like we can see a situation coming, right, Virgo? And if we see a situation coming and we know that this, for lack of a better way to say it, shit's about to hit the fan, when we have that understanding, that gives us time to actually willfully jump out of this tower, and I believe that that's what's going on here, Virgo. So let's look at this here. Let's look at this further, because I really strongly believe that this tower is a good thing. One could argue that actually a tower is always a good thing, because if a tower is happening, something had to come down, right, Virgo? Something had to come down. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, they all fall down. I mean, that's a really gruesome. I don't understand how that was ever like a children's thing, but okay. 6 of Wands at the bottom of this deck. We had 10 of Wands in the bottom of the big deck. We have a 6 of Wands here. So let's take a peek. Let's reorganize these here. Get our clarifiers. Past, you were in hermit mode. Present, I mean, you went from hermit mode to 8 of Wands in the present. So I don't know what you're doing, Virgo, but we're going to look into it. And then in the future, you're a King of Swords. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me just look for a minute before we dive any deeper here. The Hermit in the past. What I'm seeing is you were doing a lot of thinking about this. Whatever's going on here, Virgo, whatever is falling apart, or should I say falling together in your life here, you did a lot of thinking about it in the recent past with the Hermit. I'm seeing somebody who is pacing back and forth, thinking of all the different things that went wrong, all the different kind of questioning yourself, being like, did I do the right thing? Is there something I should have done? Is there something I shouldn't have done? What we're seeing here in the present now is a fast moving energy. And then in the future, we have somebody sitting on their throne with confidence, knowing, sure of themselves, that not only did they make the right decision, but that it was actually the most fair, righteous, I'll use that word, and best possible decision you could have made, is how I'm seeing this King of Swords. I mean, a King of Swords energy, this is something that has been so systematically thought through on every single side from your perspective, is how I'm seeing this. That I think that that's why in the present you're just moving fast, because you've already done all the introspection that you needed to do about the situation, Virgo. That's how I'm seeing this here. Let's clarify this Hermit for Virgo. Thank you for being here, Virgo. It's great to have you. The Hermit. The Hermit. Oh my goodness. See? Look, 8 of Wands. Right on the Hermit. See, your introspection brought about your current energy in the 8 of Wands. See, it started out like a small, it's like, what I'm seeing is it's like an energy building. It's like, what am I seeing here? It's like electricity. It's like power. It's like a power source was building up within you as you went within with the Hermit in the recent past here. This momentum was building on the inside with the 8 of Wands. And now we see in the present position, now you have this outwardly, where the Hermit was before. And the Hermit created this momentum, this inner momentum. Now we have this inner momentum on the outward, on the outside, rather. So this is really, really, really good energy. So let's continue to look at this. 8 of Wands for Virgo, please. The 8 of Wands for Virgo. I see someone, and this is very specific, somebody sitting and drinking hot chocolate, looking out the window and just feeling like really good, like relieved, like in control of their life. I'm seeing somebody looking out with hot chocolate, looking out at the snow. So where I am in New England, we have snow around the end of the year. So it's possible here that what I'm seeing is this fast action is moving over the next months. This present action here, this fast action that becomes very sure, that you're very sure of yourself. This is something I'm believing here that I'm seeing is going to continue over the rest of this year. Because what I'm seeing is somebody sitting drinking hot chocolate looking out a window, and it's this beautiful snowy scene. So that's what I'm seeing here. Now, clarifying it is the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. So you go from the 4 to the 5. See, I think you were still mentally holding on to something with the 4 of Pentacles, but once you saw that all that happened was you just continued to feel left out in the cold with this 5 of Pentacles, you're like, you know what? Enough is enough here. I'm just going to continue to move forward in my own direction, is how I'm hearing it. And I'm going to stop 4 of Pentacles-ing this thing. I'm not going to hold on to this anymore, because all it's doing is just continuing to bring me around this circle again of pain, heartbreak, disappointment, illusions. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like, it couldn't be any clearer to you here. And I think that's why you end up here in your future position with the King of Swords. So King of Swords for Virgo here. All I know is this feels really good. Like I said at the start of the read, this tower actually feels good to me. This is one of those situations where it's like, yes, it was hard. It was challenging to kind of like have to reassess what you thought was one thing and it was another. This could be anything. It's just how I'm like hearing and seeing what the situation is about. But at the end of the day, it's what was best for you. So that's how we get to this King of Swords energy. And I believe this is something that's going to continue to gain momentum throughout the end of the year. This big tower here that's happening in your life, not only is it not a coincidence, Virgo, it happened for you, for your benefit. You are being set up to propel forward with this double 8 of Wands energy here. This is very fast. This is like fast progress, fast communication, fast progression is how I'm hearing it. So, King of Swords. With the 6 of Cups, it's everything you've always wanted. That's how I'm hearing it. It's everything you've always wanted. It's the person that you've wanted to become. It's the life you wanted to build for yourself. But there was all this junk getting in the way. Whatever this tower was, it was getting in the way of the 6 of Cups that you knew was always best for you and what you wanted for your life, what was going to be best for your success. And that's why you're in this King of Swords energy, or you need to be in the future. Either way, whether you already are in this King of Swords position or you are going to be, you need to be, in other words, this King of Swords here, he is sure of his position. He's sure. He's looking right at you. See how he just kind of tips his sword? He's holding a sword though, right? So he's not ever letting his guard down. He's so sure in his position that at any second, like he has his sword here, he's resting, but if he needs to use it, he will. That's the King of Swords. He's very, very pure with his intentions. He is very sure. He is very thought through. He doesn't just do things flippantly. So even though we have this fast energy going on, you're doing it with a King of Swords type way about you. And as a Virgo, that is, that's the way, that's really the way that you work best. And I believe you've already done that. You've already gone through that process, and all you're going to be doing in the future, it looks like here, is just holding that position, and that's what's going to bring you a lot of happiness with the 6 of Cups here, Virgo. So whatever you're doing, it's working. It's going well. The momentum is building. It started building in the past. It's building currently. And you're just continuing to see just more and more evidence and proof that, like, hey, this tower was actually for my benefit. I see you actually thanking the universe for this tower, saying, you know what, thank you. Thank you that fell apart. Thank you, because I wouldn't have had the strength to do that by myself. But since it was set up in such a way, and since I was warned about it beforehand, I willingly jumped out of this tower. And now I was able to hit the ground. It's like I'm seeing like a Spider-Man. It's like you're hitting the ground with this elegance. You did not hit your face on the ground. You didn't get hurt. You hit the ground on your feet like a cat, and you started running with this energy in the right direction for you. And as you're moving along your path, you're just seeing more and more evidence of, like, you know what? I've been holding on to something that all it's doing is causing me this 5 of Pentacles pain, and it's time to release that, Virgo. And that. You know what's going to bring you happiness with this 6 of Cups. What's going to make you feel best. You know best, Virgo. You know best for your own life. You know what makes you happy. You know what makes you feel good. And the King of Swords energy is here just to reiterate that you have the power to create this life for yourself, to create a better life for yourself, and to stand firm in that position and not let anybody take you off your throne. And you have that sword right there. If you need to use it verbally is what I'm saying. We shouldn't be hitting anybody with a sword, but you know, sometimes people come at you, and it's a matter of having to King of Swords them if it comes to that. You know what I mean? So much love to you, Virgo. We're going to continue to look at this over in the extended. So if you are interested in joining us over there on Patreon, it's $11 a month. We'd love to have you over there. And all my love to you, Virgo. Take care, and I'll see you next time.